Good morning, grade 6. I hope you're doing well and you're ready for today's lesson. So, let's get started. So, I would like everyone to please open up their textbooks on page 94 to 95. Today, we'll be reading. So, for the past few lessons, we have done the Anansi stories. So, once again, we're doing our last story on Anansi, and I will be reading the reading piece for you, and you can follow in your textbook as I read. So it says, some Anansi stories show Anansi as a hero of the story. He defeats the bigger, powerful characters by being cunning and by not giving up. Other stories show him as greedy and lazy and in need of a life lesson. Okay, so I'm going to read the story. So the title reads, Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock. One day, Anansi was walking through the forest when he saw a stranger, a moss-covered rock. How interesting, said Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Suddenly, kaboom! Everything went black and Anansi fell down fast asleep. When he woke up, Anansi wondered what had happened to him. I was walking along, he reminded himself. I saw this rock and I said to myself, isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Kaboom! Anansi fell down again and woke up about an hour later. Aha! I know what is happening, said Anansi to himself. This is a magic rock, and every time someone comes along and says the magic words, isn't this a strange down they go. I know just how to use magic like this. So Anansi went on walking until he came to Tiger's house. Tiger was about to sit down to eat. He had all his food out on the table. Anansi was hungry, but was too lazy to go and find his own food. So he said to Tiger, Tiger, I'm just going for a walk in the lovely cool jungle. Don't you want to come? It's terribly hot today. All right, said Tiger, and the two animals went walking through the forest together. After a while, Anansi led Tiger to a certain place. Tiger, do you see what I see? Yes, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Kaboom! Down fell Tiger and away ran Anansi to Tiger's house, where he made off with all Tiger's food. Soon, Anansi was tricking all the animals in the forest. Whenever he was hungry, he persuaded an animal to go to the moss-covered rock, got them to say the magic words, and kaboom! They fell down fast asleep. Anansi helped himself to their food. Some of it he ate and some he stored away in his house. Now Anansi did not know that he was being watched by a quiet little dotted deer. She hid in the forest and saw how Anansi tricked the animals. She decided to put a stop to his nonsense. She collected a basket of sweet coconuts and waited for Anansi to come along and invite her to go with him for a cool walk in the forest. Of course, soon Anansi led her to the strange moss-covered rock. What is this? Said Anansi, pretending to be puzzled by the rock. What is what? Said Little Spotted Deer. This, said Anansi, pointing at the rock. Can't you see it? I can't see anything, said Little Spotted Deer. Surely you can see it, said Anansi, who was getting angry. Look where I'm pointing. There's nothing here. Anansi stomped his thin legs. Of course you can see it. You just don't want to say it. Say what? "What am I supposed to say?" said Little Spotted Deer. Anansi shouted, "You're supposed to say, 'Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?'" Kaboom! Down fell Anansi. Little Spotted Deer ran to call all the animals, and they went straight to Anansi's house, where they took back all the food that he'd stolen from them. Right. So this was another story about Anansi, but in this story it shows how he is greedy and foolish, right? Whereas the other stories that we've read about Anansi shows him as a brave and as a hero in the other stories, right? So this gives us a different side of Anansi. Okay, so on page 96, there we have some after you read questions. So you will need to complete question 1 to 5. And then also we have a word list in the little blue block in your textbook. So it says a hero. This is the one who behaves in a positive way. So I'm sure we all have some kind of hero that we looked up to. It could be mommy, it could be daddy, it could be anybody that you think behaves in a positive way, right? And then we have a villain. So this is the one who behaves badly in a story. So usually the villain in the movie is always the bad guy and someone that does something wrong. Okay, so for homework, I would like you to make a short video, 1 to 2 minutes, about a short paragraph on the Anansi stories, which was for homework yesterday. So yesterday you had to write a paragraph and do research about any Anansi story. And now I would like you to make a video of yourself presenting your paragraph. I'd like you to read your information and present it in a creative and a fun way. You are welcome to dress up or use props in your video. And remember to use expressions and good pronunciation. So when you're making your video, try to make it fun. You're at home now. Ask everyone in your household to help you make a video. Dress up, be fun, and make it creative. So all videos must be sent in the group on the 28th of April, which is next week Tuesday, and it must be sent in the English period, right? So it's public holiday on Monday, so we won't have any online lesson for that day. So your homework will need to be sent the next day on Tuesday. Okay, so for today, I would like you to write the heading, date and page number, then draw a line. So like I just said, you make a video as I discussed in the previous slide. Then in your workbooks, you need to complete the after you read questions on page 96. So question 1 to 5, and it must be done in your English workbook, right? So don't forget to do your questions in your workbook, and then after you're done with the questions, you can make your video. So the homework due date is the 28th of April, like I said. Okay, so I'm very excited to see all of your videos. I'm excited to hear about the information you collected and also how you will be presenting it. So dress up, use props, have fun with the video, and I'm excited to see what you guys make. So enjoy your homework, enjoy your weekend. I will see you Tuesday. Bye.